Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. So we are back again, and happy Valentine's Day. It's a Valentine's Day, and here in the U.S. and I think in the Philippines that was yesterday. So
Yes.
anyway, I hope, for all moms or ladies out there have a wonderful day because it's not just really for a really like as a couple or dating. This is also for parents. It's very back home when I was growing up, or like, in school, we always have to make cards for our parents, Valentine's Day. So anyway, today our topic is about effective communications. But before we dive into this, I came from no business background, no computer background, and not social media expert, but hunger for change because I came from working long hours, burnout, and having a financial struggle. So, like it's because of that why I like I dive into this digital world. I saw and I inspired someone's stories in the online space of how she becomes so successful in the online world without even knowing any computer. But because of our proven system, everything that we have in our community, I am able to manage and start my own global digital business. Anyway, my name is Rosalind Adkins. I am a digital business owner and a mentor. And now I'm going to give a chance to my business partner to introduce a little bit about herself. So, and then we can dive into our topic. Hi, Sister Teresa. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and happy Valentine's to you and happy Valentine's everyone. Like everywhere, I think you were celebrating this worldwide. So happy Valentine's. Like you said, it's not just for dating people or couples. It's all about family also. We're gonna
Yes.
celebrate our Valentine's Day as a family. So anyway, before we dive in our go live topic, so today I'm gonna share a little bit of my background, how I end up in running the online business. Like we do. Um, I work long hours, no business experience, no computer experience, and yes, I'm a shy person.
Yes.
I don't show up my face before I join the online business. But yes, if you wanna really change your lifestyle, if you don't wanna be stuck where you are right now, if you're still struggling, and I think this business is be for you. So anyway, my name is Teresa. I'm digital business owner and a mentor. And yes, we're not gonna be discussing our business in here. We're doing our 90 days go live for I think a 10 months program.
Yes, thank you, Sister Teresa. That's amazing. And happy Valentine's Day to you as well. So today we will be talking about effective communications. Communications is an essential skills in both personal and professional life. It's not just about speaking. It's about understanding, listening, and clearly delivering message. So um let's dive into the what makes communication truly effect and how we can improve it. So clarity and conciseness, the way we express our thoughts matters, whether it's in a conversation, email, or business meeting. Clear and concise communications prevents misunderstandings and also ensures our message is received as intended. So I'm gonna give a couple tips. Keeps yourself simple to the point. Minsan talaga sis, meron talagang tao na the way how the delivered message is it's like the whole history. So like when I notice that someone when you ask them questions and they don't really answer you to the point, so I avoid asking questions because especially if you don't have time. But of course, the simple and direct,
Direct to the point.
it's clearly, like you can understand because especially if you don't know someone and you ask them questions, it makes you more confused. Avoid jargon unless necessary, and ask yourself, is my message clear to someone hearing it for the first time? Especially as what I said when I first came here in the US and then I joined firefighter in a fire department. First of all, of course, I know they have understand some maybe having hard understanding of my accent, but their understanding accent as well is also hard for me because sometimes the words I can't even find when they talk, and then when you ask questions, very simple questions, they don't really answer simple and to the point. For me, I try my best, so they can understand what I mean. But of course, as time by, we get learned to, like, and understand of all the how these people communicate. But to especially when it's very important, pag if you are talking an important topic conversations, mahalaga po na dapat you have to make sure it's simple and clear, so makes everyone understand. And then active listening. Sister Ressa will be sharing about active listening. So hopefully you guys have takeaways at the end of this topic.
So, okay, I'm gonna discuss about the active listening. As communication is a two-way process, meaning many people listen to respond rather than listen to understand. True listening builds trust and strengthens relationships. So it's not just for like just there you're communicating to your team. It's also important also that you're listening. Some people like for me, I when I attend any like seminar or something like that, I always just like listen. Like if I there's a word like maybe there's a thing that I need to clarify, I might ask, but for for like always it's like I always just sit and listen. So there's a couple tips. Maintain eye contact and be present. So if you want to be an active listener, you have to I have to eye contact with your person. It's really insulting if you talk to them and you're while in your phone. No, it's I know it's come like it happens, but sometimes we don't really avoid it. But when you are especially in your business, you do some business, you have to be polite. You have to be present with a person, especially when they give you time to see you or to talk to you, and then you don't really give them a good response for them to come then and talk to you, like you're like ignoring, and not ignoring, it's just like you have to have that sincere. You listen to the people, your people, or your team or your group or whatever in your community, and avoid interruption. Let the speaker finish their thoughts. So sometimes, in like not just in a seminar, sometimes in our Zoom meeting, the people interrupting or like all those noises. So you have to be like, to have to be like wait until there's I know they have a time slot for people that have a question and answer portion, or the area. So that's the time that you have to ask, not interrupting while the speaker or whoever the leader have there's a communication, and you don't want to be interrupted that. And paraphrase or summarize what you heard to confirm understanding. So like the only in our I think in my grade school or high school, so every time we read a book or any stories at home, even in a seminar or anything or whatever you attend a meeting, they always ask you what's your you summarize what you learn. It's not just the whole thing, it's just like the important things that you learn from that seminar or from the meeting or from the Zoom that I know in our Zoom meeting we always have our to-do list, and also asking our takeaways. So the same thing, you have to write down what you learn on that particular activity you're doing. So that's the our for active listening.
Thank you, Sister Ressa. That was wonderful. It's very important. That's what they said, eye to eye contact, and also, like, don't interrupt and let the person finish their conversation or wherever they're talking. That is very important. And yes, the eye to eye contact also. Alam mo sis, in our generations, diba, minsan is, like if you go to the restaurants, you observe around yung mga like they're on the gadgets, but then the grandma is doing nothing in there. you know. That is really sad, like, and also, like, try to improve communications, put it aside, and prioritize things, because that is very important. Always remember, life is short and we're not gonna be here forever. And when time buys, we cannot bring that back, we can
Mhm.
only wish and hope, but it's done. So next is nonverbal communications. The words are powerful, but the body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice can also convey even more. So I have three tips for our viewers, and also this is also for me, and we're gonna apply this into our life as well. So maintain an open posture to appear approachable. You know, that is very important. May mga sign language talaga na like there's meaning. Alam mo sis, dati hindi ko talaga alam yan until I enough Google it, because sabi nila there is and yes, dapat it depends sa situations, when it comes to nonverbal communications, and then use facial expressions to show interest and empathy. 'Di ba sis, back home we have so many sign language. Like when we talk our eyebrow. That was my first struggles, because everything, like when I get used to communicate with my eyebrow, and it wouldn't stop. So at least now I learned to control it. And then be mindful, for your tone, how you say something, just as important as what you say. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Interrupt. So yes, be mind. Here, katrabaho ako sis, na alam mo ang tone is parang nagagalit talaga. But it's normal, especially from Cebuana. We have this heavy accent. So pag Cebuana, and then akala kasi nila is we are mad. So
Mhm.
I tell them, no, she is not mad, or we are not. We just have heavy accent, where we came from, but we are not really mad. So that's why, like for me, I try to. I don't have that so heavy of a like accent, especially from where I came from Cebu, and then they really have heavy accent, and then so I always said that no. You really have to understand us, because we are not really mad. We are just that's just how we talk, because really ang daming nag-complain, akala kasi nila is we are anger.
Aggressive.
So we have to be mindful for that as well. That is very, very important in communications. But of course, in the beginning, when you just try to observe, you try to learn around, and that's how we adjust along the way. Next is emotional intelligence in communication. Sister Teresa will be sharing us about this topic as well.
So to have effective communication, it's not just logical, it's emotional too. So understanding emotions, like both yours and others, can prevent conflicts and enhance relationships. So I think I think past topics that we discussed. Sorry. So anyway, there's three tips that I'm gonna share for our audience. Be aware of your emotions before reacting. So you know how you gonna, like I said, when if you're in a bad mood, just try not to cause more, more problem, because like how, like you have to watch our emotions, because sometimes, example, if you're mad, example at work, you're mad at work, okay, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna quit because you're so mad. Just think about it, don't do anything actions that you will regret at later. So you
Just
have to think first,
don't
you
quit
know.
in a bad mood.
Yes, that's definitely that. Be aware of your emotion before you act. Like like any situation in your personal and in the business also. I know, especially in our business, we have a lot of challenges in the business. So sometimes, we got overwhelmed, and then people will say, "I quit. I maybe this is not my business. This is not my mine to to do." So just think about first before you quit, before you do something, because if time you lose the time, you're not gonna, can't get it back. It's gonna lose forever. So just, if you don't have that clear mind, just get out, and then have some fresh air and breathe deep, and like just something to clear your mind, before, if you have that, emotions. Show empathy, acknowledge the other person's feelings. So you have to be understanding with other people, because sometimes you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't have to be nosy, but just maybe listen to them or ask them what's going on, because if you know this person, especially if you work with this person, you have to like understand them. Don't judge them right away. Just ask them what's going on, if I can help something. You have to be, because you're in a colleague. You work, you see each other. It's like your second family, the job. But you want to get along, but not to the extent that you have to like babysit them, or just ask them how they're doing, how their family, and if there's something wrong, because you can tell if there's something wrong, if they doing something like not really on their usual uh, action. So you can ask, and what's going on. And manage stress in high. Oh yeah. Stress. That's overall that you have to have that, control your stress. Not Don't let the stress guide you in the wrong path to do some like crazy. So I know it's hard to deal with the stress, but there's a lot of way that you can control the stress. Not really 100%, but at least it lessen your stress. I mean, it depends what you're stressing for. Maybe your business, in your personal. Yeah, there's a lot of way to ask for help. There's YouTube. You can watch for any um meditation, or maybe you go to yoga or something that release your stress. Maybe go to a gym, because for one thing I think
That's where I'm going.
yeah, gym is really a good way to distract your mind when, especially when there's a lot of going on. Going to the gym, feel better in yourself, that will help. Or listen to, or when you get home, just get something that can relax you, or get a bubble bath, and then anything, or have something that you have to treat yourself once in a while. If you're stressed, just try to find a way to release it. But don't stop there, and just ask guidance for our Lord, and ask them, and just pray. That's all.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I totally agree with you, sis. And yes, we have to. That is very important. Don't quit and don't make the decisions you are not in a good mood. Kasi yung decisions na yan, you will regret in the end. So always think and then be aware. Be aware and find way to distract you to switch your mindset. As when Sister Teresa said, go to the gym, yoga, or go out, go for a walk, do some take a deep breath, and then fresh air out there. So, and then when you come back, you will calm down and you will be okay. Then that's how you can have your clear mindset. And don't quit. Those successful entrepreneurs that we can see, we watch them like Tony Robbins, like all those successful entrepreneurs. They don't wake up and become so successful in the next day. They have so many ups and downs and struggles in life. It's just they never give up. It's not maybe it's not for me. Oh, if this opportunity is not for you, then what are you gonna do? Find another job? You know? You
Yes.
have to keep trying. If this year is not for you, at least it's year for you to learn. Next year,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're gonna see result, but never ever give up. In everything we do in life, we always start from the bottom. We learn, we grow, we fail, and we get up. That's how. Just never ever quit, because
You don't see any result.
mm, yes, and it's normal. We all go those successful people that been ahead of us, and been super
Yeah, they
successful now.
experience the same thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just they've been there sooner, than us. So always remember that our path. Don't compare us. What they say. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare your baby to other baby. Your baby will grow same as them. It's just maybe different time. You know, different nutrition that we feed into our baby, but eventually they'll grow. Thank you, everyone. And yes, if you resonate and are interested of looking for something and you want to build something that you can benefit in the long run, this opportunity is not an overnight success. You work, you see the result. It's up to you how you manage your business and how bad you want to see the result. If you are hungry for change, you're struggling financially, struggling for time for your family, and then burned out, and you're looking for something that can supplement your needs right now, we would highly recommend to check this opportunity. After that, you watch our 20 minutes. If you don't have 90 minutes of your time, we have 20 minutes recording that explains more about the business. Of course, it's the basic, but if you want to proceed to the next level, just follow the steps. If you have questions, please reach out to us and we will be happy to guide you. Here in our community, we have coach and mentor that will guide you every step. So, yes. And then hopefully you guys have some takeaways and learn from us today. Thank you and happy Valentine's Day and
Thank
take
you, everyone. God